Other payments that were approved from the fund were KERICHO County Referral Hospital, Kenya shillings 2,37,500. Number 2, misappropriation and or abetting misappropriation of publicly raised funds. Number 1, on various dates between 14th July 2023 and 9th July 2023, the governor grossly violated the provisions of Article 10, Article 73, and Article 75 of the Constitution, and Section 29 and 34 of the Leadership and Integrity Act 2012 by A, overseeing misappropriation of funds raised for the victims of horrendous Londiani Junction accident tragedy, in which over Kenya shillings 9 million of public funds were lost. Number B, reneging on his undertaking to implement the report of the County Assembly's ad hoc committee formed to probe the misappropriation of funds meant for the victims of the accident. There is evidence that the governor filed a suit and or supported a suit by those implicated in the report of the County Assembly's ad hoc committee in KERICHO ELRC petition number E006 of 2023, that is Dr. Wesley Bor and 5 others versus the governor, the county government of KERICHO, the county government and others, and KERICHO ELRC petition number E014 of 2023, Victor Toom and others versus the governor, KERICHO county government and others. Number C, being personally and directly complicit in the flawed award of tenders for service provision during the fundraiser and requiem mass of the victims of the accident. Number D, the county governor has in his regard committed numerous and various acts in the course of his duties that are contrary to and in violation of the Constitution and the laws of Kenya. These include number I, or number 1, Roman 1, the authenticity of the various payments made cannot be confirmed. The fact that the exact amount of money expended from the sum collected during the fundraiser points to impropriety and suggests a clear fraud of those whom the funds ought to have benefited. Roman number 2, a total of Kenya shillings 13,682,660 was collected at the fundraiser. Payments that were approved from the fund were KERICHO County Referral Hospital, Kenya shillings 2,037,524, Londiani Hospital, Kenya shillings 1,534,190, Supertix Limited, Kenya shillings 2,945,000, Supershine Limited, Kenya shillings 411,000, Raise Hotel, Kenya shillings 100,000, County Commissioners Fuel, Kenya shillings 300,000, etc. Roman number 3, that when Kenyans from all walks of life voluntarily made contribution to aid the victims of the tragedy, it was never intended or anticipated that the funds would be misappropriated with the blessings of the governor, who had a higher calling to ensure the money is accounted for to the last coin and on whom the people bestowed their trust. Roman number 4, the governor has issued contradictory statements insofar as the use of funds is concerned. The contradictory statements point to his being complicit in the manner. Roman number 5, while the governor is on record indicating that the medical bills for all the victims would be waived and taken care of by the county government, it is not clear why the money had to be paid out from the fund collected to various public hospitals against the express and unequivocal representations of the governor. Number E, by his acts of omission and commission, the governor has grossly violated the provisions of Article 75 of the Constitution, which demands that a state officer shall, whether in private or in public, behave in a manner that avoids conflict of interest between personal interest and public or official interest, or compromises public interest in favor of personal interest. Number F, by overseeing the misappropriation of the funds aimed at assisting the victims of the accident, the governor violated Article 73(2), which demands from him selfless service based solely on public interest, demonstrated by honesty in the execution of his duties, accountability to the public for decisions and actions, and discipline and commitment in service. Number G, by allowing himself to be a master of doublespeak in such a grave matter that shook the conscience of the nation, the governor violated Article 73, 1A, Roman 2, and Roman 3 of the Constitution, which demand that he at all times demonstrate respect to the people and brings honor and dignity to the whole office he holds. Number H, by allowing himself and senior officials close to him to benefit from the funds, the governor violated Article 76(2)(b) of the Constitution, which prohibits a state officer from accepting a benefit in circumstances that compromise integrity of the office of the state officer. Number I, by failing to ensure that the decision making in the executive office of the county governor are not influenced by corruption, nepotism, and other callous and improper motives, the governor has failed to exercise objectivity and impartiality, thus violating Article 73(2)(b) of the Constitution, Kenya 2010. Evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the acts of misappropriation and or abetting misappropriation of publicly raised funds is to be found in Roman number 1, the report on the investigation of Londiani accident victims, fundraising held on 14th of July 2024. KCA exhibit number 13, Roman number 2, affidavit filed by the governor in KERICHO ELRC petition number E014 of 2023, KCA exhibit number 14, and Roman number 3 video clips numbered KCAV 3 and KCAV 4 and KCAV 5. Charge number B, Mr. Speaker, abuse of office. And allow me to take a sip, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, it's in order, the Honorable Kiprotich Dragon.
Roman number 1, illegal appointments, unlawful dismissal and transfers, and usurpation of the constitutional and statutory functions of the county public service. Number 1, the governor has variously engaged in Roman number 1, gross misconduct, and Roman number 2, gross violations of Article 10, 73, 75, 232, 235, and 236 of the Constitution. Roman number 3, gross violation of Section 17 of the Public Officer Ethics Act, Section 55, Section 59, Section 59A, Section 60, Section 62, Section 63, Section 64, and Section 65 of the County Governments Act, Section 4 of the Public Appointments County Assemblies Approval Act of 2017, and variously abused his office by number A, illegally appointing one Mrs. Alice Bett, now Judge of the High Court, as the County Attorney when there was a substantive office holder, an act which the Employment and Labor Relations Court, Honorable Lady Justice Wasilwa, affirmed was irregular and procedural and unlawful in Sang versus Governor KERICHO County and two others. Petition number E001 of 2023. In that case, the governor was found by the court to be in gross violation of Article 73 and Article 232 of the, when there was a substantive office holder in the name of Mrs. Jacqueline C. Langat, and the vacancy had not arisen. Mr. Speaker, there was an advert when there was an holder of the office, and this is illegal because you cannot advertise a position where the person holding office is still in office. The evidence of the governor's engagement, connivance, and complicity in the foregoing acts of illegal appointments and lawful dismissals and transfers and usurpation of the constitutional and statutory functions of the county organs is to be found, Roman number 1, judgment of the Employment and Labor Relations Court in KERICHO in the case of Collins Sang versus Governor KERICHO County, and two others. Petition number E001 of 2023, 2024 KELRC, that is KCA exhibit number 14. Roman number 2, a copy of the advertisement for vacancies, KCA exhibit number 15. Roman number 2, subversion, discrediting, and impeding of the oversight role of the County Assembly. Number 1, on 3rd September 2024, the governor engaged in Roman number 1, gross misconduct, and Roman number 2, grossly violated the provision of Article 10, Article 73, Article 75, Article 174, and Article 185(3) of the Constitution.
Or whose name has been mentioned adversely has a right to be heard, and therefore His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai, will appear before this House on 2nd October 2024, and he is free, of course, to be accompanied by the lawyers so that he can defend himself before this House. So please note, and therefore that means this portion shall be moved and debated to conclusion on the same date of 2nd October 2024. Please be advised. Thank you, honorable members. I think that I'll just have to rise and put the question straight. Honorable members, I now rise to put the question, which is that this assembly do adjourn until 2nd October 2024 to deliberate on the matters as raised by the leader of majority. Will as many as are of that similar opinion say aye? Will as many as have contrary opinion say nay? And the ayes have it. Thank you.
Sana wanahabari, kwa majina naitwa Philip Prono, mimi ndio kiongozi wa walio wengi bunge la KERICHO. Naamini mmejionea chenye tulikuwa tunafanya leo ndani ya nyumba ama ndani la bunge letu ni kwamba motion ya kumuondoa governor wa jimbo la KERICHO imeweza kusomwa kule ndani, na hiyo ni notice of motion. Itachukua sasa siku 7 governor pamoja na mawakili wake na wale wengine wote wenye wameweza kuguswa kwa hiyo motion wataweza kuja County Assembly siku ya Wednesday wiki ijayo saa 3:30, na motion itasomwa jinsi imesomwa leo, alafu atapewa nafasi ya kujitetea kwa zaidi ya around 1 hour 2 hours, alafu mjadala sasa kwa wabunge itaweza kufanyika, na mwishowe tutaendelea kupiga kura wenye wanaunga mkono. Lakini kulingana na sahihi ile imewekwa tayari, tuko na signatures 37 in support of the motion, so only 10 hawajaweza kuweka sahihi yako kumaanisha wanamuunga mkono ama wana support kwamba governor labda hajakosa, lakini 37 out of 47 ndio wameweza kuweka kidole. Sheria ndio governor aweze kutimuliwa inahitaji kwa kaunti yetu ya assembly ya Kericho, tunahitaji watu 32, wabunge 32 wakuwe wameweka kidole. Inastahili kuwa hata 31.5, it's only that hatuna half mtu, so lazima ikuwe 32, na tayari tuko na 37 wameweza kuweka kidole kwa ofisi ya clerk, na ikifikia sasa Wednesday ndio maneno kabisa yatakuwa yamechemuka. Kuna motions zingine ya kuondoa mawaziri katika serikali hiyo ya county, lakini haitateboliwa wiki hii, labda itateboliwa ile wiki nyingine inayokuja. Asanteni sana, Mwenyezi Mungu na wabariki. Mumeona details ya grounds, moja ni gross violation ya constitution na sheria zile zimeweza kutungwa sote, including standing orders ya county assembly, kuna county government act, kuna constitution of Kenya na kadhalika. All those are laws. Kuna gross misconduct, ile maneno governor ameweza kuwa anaongea na kutusi watu na kuaibisha watu, hiyo mambo ya chapter 6, mambo ya integrity na kadhalika. Kwa hivyo mengi tutaweza kuyaongea ama kugusia Wednesday next week. Asanteni sana.